Hey guys, welcome back. As promised, I was going to do a super famous fun time, guys. Don't hug me from the front album review, and here it is. And once again, I brought my homie Mike Sears from Speak Your Clout podcast to
Thank
join me.
you. Thank you, Luke.
Um, if you haven't seen our Mausoleum review, go check that out. Usually, the format which we do this is that we just talk about each track by track, and then at the end we kind of give any extra thoughts or favorite songs, least favorite songs, that kind of thing. And then I guess we'll do like a final score out of, I don't know, 5 or 10. I haven't come up with like a album rating system. I guess we'll do 5 since that's kind of like the universal music grading system anyway. All right, yeah. So it's 14 tracks, multiple producers, all over the place. So we probably won't get into that too much. I think I know the tracks that Bill produced because Bill has a specific sound that I know, but
Yeah.
other than that. So the first track is Tokyo Smoothies with Bob. It's not really it's the intro track, but it's more like it's just a skit.
Yeah.
It kind of they've done skits like this before. Like did they like to do kind of like some phone skits and shit? And this one's basically Legs is driving Whip around and Whip's treating him like an Uber. And then that goes right into the title track, Don't Hug Me from the Front. I like this song quite a bit. It reminds me a lot of Positive. They've got Dubs on the hook. And like Dubs verse is actually my favorite because he's got like all these lines that go into one another. And it's like, I hope you need a spatula, but you can only find a ladle. I hope you overdraft picking up a Snickers bar. It's just like all this like crazy, like his verse is so dope.
I hope you had a hurtful shit. Something like that.
Yeah. I hope your girl laughs at your turtle dick. I like that track a lot. I know, Mike, you're not such a big fan of it.
Yeah, I'm not feeling that at all. To be honest, I mean, 100% honest. I like them at that grimy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like I told him before, like, Don't Hug Me from the Front. This title track is like, to me, like, I don't know what the right word is, but like the prototypical, like, super famous Fun Time Guy song. Kind of. Because they obviously.
And to be fair, like, I'm new to these guys.
Yeah. So then track 3 is Up for Grabs, and featuring Hard Target and Bredwin DeVille. I had no idea who these guys were. I had to look them up because a lot of times they use like weird names for people. Like I know they featured Lee Carver on a song, and he went by Crawdad. And I think Bill had the name Bill Nye the Science Cow. So they can't they give people weird names. Up for Grabs, like it's like a R&B song, but it's like
like, but I'll use that as a whole girl.
Yeah, it's like a song about like a threesome, and a girl's got an extra hole up for grabs.
It is funny.
It is a really funny song. I like it. I think Dubs is on the hook of this one too a little bit. I don't know. But I think the song's hilarious. I love it just because it's just like their music tends to be like they have like they take like the theme of like a song and then they just put in like hilarious lyrics and flip it on its head. Yeah. And that's what I like about Up for Grabs. I know this is another one that you weren't too fond of.
Yeah, I'm listening back. It's not as bad as Don't Hug Me from the Front. I think it's funny. I laughed. I was chuckling.
Yeah.
Maybe that whack.
Yeah.
It's not one of my favorites, though, to be honest. But
so at this point, Mike's listening to the album and he's like, "Fuck, I'm not gonna like this album." But then with track 4, they hit you with "Could Have Played Fallout," and this song goes, this song goes hard. This is like, I mean, they made a shirt off of this song, and it's like I know it's a lot of people's favorite song on it. Yeah,
Cocaine Marathon.
Yeah, it's I guess the idea behind the song is that they did cocaine instead of playing Fallout. And one of them killed the chick. I blame Whipstick.
Whipstick is the illest. He's my favorite member.
Yeah, Whipstick.
He's fucking ill.
I think I know a lot of people don't like guys who don't use their normal voice. But like Whipstick, he has such control over that, especially on this album, and like he spit some crazy shit on this album.
He is fucking dope, bro.
Yeah, he spit some crazy shit on this album. Like especially like we'll get into it later, but like Muerte Mierda, like oh shit, like
Top
yeah,
3 track for me, Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
All right, yeah. So next track is it was the second single that came out. They released a music video for it, Lucha Florida. Yeah, that's one of my
Mhm.
favorite tracks on the album. It was like they picked some perfect singles for this album. Like the
Yeah, they
singles,
did.
this and Brainless were like really, really good singles to choose. I love the music video. It's got the homie Rick Mole in it. And this actually showed up on they put it on No Jumper. It was on No Jumper, which I thought was funny. They're
That's dope.
like like super famous fun time guys. And then they were like, "Oh, these are the guys that are beefing with ICP." I'm like,
Jesus Christ.
not really, but it was funny. It was cool seeing them on there because they actually got a pretty positive response. And I mean, I'm not
Good.
surprised. This song goes hard.
It's hard, bro.
And then the legs line, Shorty got a body like, no, she don't,
You
I
know I
buried
buried it.
it.
Uh,
So yeah, that song, like, it really gets you moving. Like, it's fucking dope.
love it.
Yeah. And then track 6 is Squad Up featuring Blaze.
Uh,
This is probably my least favorite song on the
oh
album.
my God, Luke. You're
Yeah,
crazy,
because
brother.
I think it's because it's like their most anybody could have done this song. Like it's not like to me this isn't like a super famous Fun Time Guy song. So it's like the
Word.
most kind of like generic song really on the album to me anyway. I mean Blaze kills his track or his verse.
Whipstick. Long live evil, smack your bitch ass on the regular.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um yeah, I don't know. It just like I mean I love the whole album so but like this is like just one track that I was like
I
like I
love
said, it's their
it.
most kind of generic track to me, and that's that's just what it is.
I respect your opinion, brother.
Yeah, I know you didn't like "Don't Hug Me from the Front," so.
Yeah.
And then the next track is number 7, "All Right," and this
Yeah.
is like exactly what I like to see in like a diss track, because there's like so much emotion in this song, and you can tell like this is real shit. You know what I mean? This is like something that they were feeling that they had to get off their chest. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And like it's all obviously ambiguous, but it's like like I love Whipstick line because this is something that I joke about quite a bit. And
Yeah.
he's like, "What's it like waking up a permanent opener?" And I'm like, "Oh, bro."
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, but there's a whole and then Legs talking about people sucking his dick for a design and shit. Like
Yeah.
it's so good. It's like the only thing I wish about this song is like I wish like I could see the look on the people's face that it's directed towards, like when they hear it for the first time. Ugh.
That's a
Yeah,
dope song. I love that song.
it's got kind of like the beat and like the I don't know, cadence. I don't know what the right word to like I hope my homies are all right, wherever they are and shit. But then it's just the diss track. So again, it's like them taking a theme of a song and flipping out on its head.
Yeah.
And then at the end, Legs is like, actually, I hope they're not all right.
Yeah.
Whipstick's like, I bet their kids develop polio. So then that leads into Muerte Mierda, which is translate to kill shit, which is actually what they use in the hook. Yeah, this is a really, really dope song.
Yeah.
I
Rhymes.
like how like it goes in for like 2 minutes and then it's like Dubs comes in and it's like, that's it, 2 minutes. Yeah, it's catchy. He's like, fuck that. And then he comes in and his verse, I really like Dubs on this song. Dubs is probably got my favorite verse on this song because he just comes in and murders it at the end.
Word. Hell yeah. One of my favorites. That's just
Yeah.
grimy shit. Wicked shit.
Yeah, it's funny. I didn't mention this, but I did the listening party for this song. And like I remember like I don't know why it didn't hit me at this time, like Muerte Mierda. But I was like, oh, what does that mean? And he's like, look it up. And I had to get my phone and Google it. And I was like, kill shit. I think because Muerte loosely translates to kill, death, stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
but in the song, they just say kill shit. The hook is dope too. Like, But then after this, they did their track with AXC, Hide and Seek After Sunset. I think this is a Bill beat, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But there's a couple like dope verses in this. Like Lee's line, "This ain't a fucking rebel. This ain't a fucking record label. It's a terrorist cell." I thought that shit was dope.
Oh yeah.
To me, I don't know how people will take this, but Bill on this track reminds me a little bit of Dustin on Riders. There's something in his voice that sounds a little bit more nasally than usual. I don't know. It was just thought it was funny.
They run up with the snub nose. Yeah, Bill called a body, and then fucking that Carver line, yo, leave you hanging like Chris Cornell or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And then my favorite part of the whole song, Joe Black at the end. Whipstick, your lucky 8 legs could draw so well.
Yeah, wake up for this shit.
Yeah, I hope Bill told you the contract is sucking my dick. So good.
I leave it to Joey, yo.
Yeah, I know.
Joe's hilarious.
Joe's the national treasure. And then I guess track 10 is In the Alleyway. Ooh. And this was like a accidental single. I don't know how it happened, but I guess when they were putting the tracks up on Amazon, it accidentally went up as like a single that you could buy.
I listened to it earlier because I heard Brainless on like New Year's Day, and then I went into Spotify and I heard it earlier, and I thought, oh, this shit's grimy.
Yeah, and the Alleyway is like probably like, I don't want to say it's their most horrorcore track on this, but it's basically just killing people in an alleyway.
Yes, it's grimy.
Yeah, it's good. And then track 11 is Brainless, which everybody's probably seen the music video for it. First single. Bill slaughters the hook on this.
Yeah, he does.
And this is probably like their maybe most deep song on the album. I don't know if that's fair to say or not, but it definitely goes into like a different area than their other songs did on this album.
Love that hook. Video's amazing.
Yeah, the video's dope. Bill, like I said, kills the hook on this. Kind of reminds me of the hook that Monoxide did on Dawn of the Dead, where it's just like, oh.
That Bruiser Brody line from Legs.
Yeah. They got a couple different wrestling references on this album.
Yeah.
The Taker versus Styles. Yeah.
Shit, yeah.
So then track 12 is Talk to Me, which is it's dope. It's in my opinion, it's much different than the rest of the album.
Billy O'Brien in production, I believe.
Is it? Yeah, I mean, I guess I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I think it's Billy.
Yeah, it's a lot different than everything on the album to me. But I think it fits coming right after Brainless, because Brainless is quite different than the rest of the stuff too.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, but that leads into We're Being Creepy, which is the only second skit on the album.
Yeah, little skit.
Yeah, that one's pretty funny too. They're just like talking in a room, and then like some girl comes in, it's like, "Hey, you got friends at the front door." I like the creepy crawler.
Creepy idiots.
I like the creepy crawler machine line.
Dog, I had that like in '93, bro.
That's why I laughed when I heard that. I was like, "Oh shit, the creepy crawler machine," which I don't know what it was that they had on the floor. Like, what would it have been that he was like, "It's a creepy crawler machine"? I don't know. But then that's actually lead into I Like My Friends. It's the end song. It's pretty dope. I like I mean, my favorite line is probably Legs when he said it's about to get weird like Al Azul and auto tuning.
Yeah, it's a dope song.
Yeah. So I mean, so what was your favorite track? Do you have a favorite track on the whole album?
That's hard. If I had a gun on my head though, because I love Lucha Florida, I love Squad Up. That I can't pronounce that shit, but kill shit in English.
Yeah.
Shit. It would have to be Lucha Florida, probably, man. I go back to that. Oh man, it's so good.
Lucha Florida goes hard, bro.
Yeah.
And also it's about my home state, Ohio. So but yeah, I think mine's all right. Like, I think soon as I heard that song, I was like, that's my favorite. Because like I said, when we were talking about it, it's like there's so much emotion in that song, and it's so like it just feels like there's so much that went into that song. And that was kind of what I was going to say about the whole album is like Whipstick goes hard. And like we were saying earlier, like he has some killer verses in this.
Yeah, he's my favorite member, hands down.
But there's a lot of like with Legs, there's a lot of emotion in the shit. It felt like to me, this album felt kind of like maybe it was like real cathartic for them. Like there was a lot going into the album when they did it, you know, which, you know, it being the first release they had on LLE, you know, I imagine they put everything into it that they had. Yeah, like
great album.
What a debut album for LLE. This is definitely like their best work to date. They've had a couple stuff in the past. They did the non-existent Our album, which I've actually never heard. Then they had the Two Crooning Dudes, something like that, and then they had their 2 solo albums, K and Kurt Russell's Hangover, which are good too. They've now combined those to one album. I think they just call it KRH. Yeah.
Man, the solo Whipstick album, I'm on that.
Yeah.
I gotta go back to that because I'm new, but I love what I hear and I fuck with these dudes heavy. So
yeah. So like I don't know, it's hard for me to review this because I don't like giving anything like full review, but I'd give it like at least 4.
I'm going a strong 4.
Yeah, I think that's what I'd go with too. 4.5 for me.
Yeah.
Something I was gonna say about Squad Up is I think like if they had featured AXE on that song and it was like about them, like like if that song had AXE, that would have been like I think maybe I would have liked it a little bit more. Like everybody on the record label coming up being like, you know, Squad Up, you know.
And if Joey give a verse, you know what I
mean? I mean, I love Joe on After Sunset. But...
Yeah. That'd be nasty if they were on Squad Up.
Yeah. So I think that's it.
Word.
I'm really happy that they got signed to LLE. Like these are guys that definitely deserved like more attention, which they're definitely getting being on LLE now. Because it seems like I really haven't heard anybody say anything negative about this album.
Neither have I.
Yeah, I've heard pretty much all positive things. So you know, if you haven't checked it out, I definitely recommend checking it out. You know, it's pretty much everywhere. Physical copies at Zulmart.com. And I'm sure they've got a lot more coming. They actually just released the Valentine's Day single that came out, and that's basically the whole record label on one track. I'm actually really hoping that they do like a LLE, like, I don't know, compilation or something like that, where they're all featured on different songs together, you know?
I would love that.
Yeah, that would be dope. Like a kind of like a Psychopathics from Outer Space or something like that, but with LLE on it. That would be dope.
For that.
Yeah, that'd be some dope shit. But yeah, I think that'll do it. I think me and Mike agreed. Well, I think we'll stick with 4 since we both were right around that range. Like I said, if you haven't heard it, go check it out. Like I said, go check out their solo albums too. Those are both dope. It's all up on Spotify. I think you can still buy. Oh, and then they had how do you fit a cassette into a discography, which is also one of their previous albums. I think you can buy both of those on their website, Super Famous Fun Time Guys. I think they have a big cartel, so just look them up on social media, you'll find it.
Word.
But yeah, so check them out. Thank you guys for watching. That was our Super Famous Fun Time Guys. Don't Hug Me from the Front. It's gonna be a long title. Album review. Yeah, so thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time.